Hello, yeah. So as someone who has been like consuming all your content, no, like it takes sometimes hours for me watching all your vlog, and I just want to know the story behind why did you start your vlog? What was the main driving force for you to make it something like a profession, maybe? Or yeah, I just want to know the story behind how you started.
Okay. So again, I get to be asked with that question a lot of times. So, FYI, I started with my YouTube channel, and the name that time was still Betchoy Vlog. So I was really like thinking of doing vlog, but then I don't know if some of the Filipinos here are aware, but I started with food. Plants was not my first what do you call this one, contents for my YouTube channel. So I started with food, and then eventually I realized, not realized, but when I was preparing or when I was shooting some food vlogs, it was very tiresome. Like for a 5-minute video, I have to shoot it for like almost 2 hours plus the editing and all that stuff. So it was really very tiresome. And then for food vlogging, there's no take two. Once you start, it has to go all the way up to the end. So, and then I just realized that, again, this was during the pandemic. And then there was one day, when I just went outside our house. So I live in a rural area in the province in Mindanao. So we have a lot of spaces outside our house. There are a lot of trees outside, and some plants grow in the wild outside our house. So there are some green alocasias, Sanderiana, temptation, philodendron, and pothos, golden pothos. They just grow outside our house and on the tree. So I decided, even the epiprimnum, I just decided to get one of them, snake plants, yes, and ZZ plants that just grow outside our house. So one day I just decided to pick one, put them in a pot, and started planting. So that was my start. So it was really more on like, I just was just thinking of like, okay, I'll do this one. I'll be doing the planting instead of the cooking. So that was my start with my plant vlogging.
And as for my own journey, it was one fine day, a friend came over for lunch. This was during COVID time. This is during June 2020. And he is a YouTuber. And then he started telling me, hey Irene, you know how to work a camera, and you know you can talk, and you have lots of plan, which is already your content at home. Why don't you become a YouTuber? Because that idea never occurred to my head. So I just kind of go, okay, I'll give it a go. And I started shooting whatever I was doing at home because it was during COVID. I had a lot of projects anyway. I just kind of shoot whatever home projects that I was doing. And then it just kind of took off from there. And my channel name Leafing Around came about because I thought it was like a fun and playful way to kind of, I have this idea of like a garden fairy or a garden angel that's prancing around in her garden all day, tending to her plants, to her leaves, nurturing nature, and then being very fulfilled in her life. So that's what I wanted to project with my channel name.
All right, so I was collecting a lot of plants, even before COVID. So my collection exploded, and during the lockdowns, I had to kind of pause my fashion photos. I'm a fashion photographer, by the way. And then I was just home a lot, and I have my camera, which is actually I use my phone to film everything. And then I just was consuming a lot of YouTube videos. I actually watched a lot of YouTubers online, but they were mostly from the US. And they didn't have the care tips that I needed. I was figuring a lot of things out by myself. So I thought I would share my journey in a YouTube channel. So I really didn't think much of it. I just thought, hey, I have time, I have a ton of plants, I have a lot of love for them, and I need to share what I've learned. And if you watch my channel, even from the beginning, it's not always success stories. I share my failures too. And I think that's what a lot of people identify with me, is that you learn from your mistakes as well as your successes. So I really was not expecting to do all that, travel the world, having to visit people's gardens, and even being here in the Philippines and facing you guys. This is something that I would never think about in 4 years ago when I started the channel. But grateful to be here.
Very much. Okay, so do we have any more questions? Let me ask now. We have questions that came online, and I think this is quite a good one to ask all three of you. Okay, what were the biggest challenges you faced when growing your channel? Bashers? Non-believers?
Whoa. Well, that's kind of difficult. Okay. Next
Yeah.
question, please. No, just joking around. I think that's very difficult to answer. Because come to think of it, when yeah, maybe. And then no. I think it's not that we are really thinking about it. In the first place, the main reason why I started with my channel is that I just wanted to share my journey, my experiences, maybe some of my not fatal, but fatal for the plants, maybe some not so good experiences with the plants, and share it with everybody else. I wasn't really thinking of like I wanted to reach 100,000 subscribers in this few months or how many days. I just let it happen, come what may, as what we usually say it. I really can't think about it.
For me, my challenge is one that I am facing now. So, not a lot of people know this, but I actually have a full-time corporate job that's very demanding during the day. And so I find it tough to carve out enough time to do more on the YouTube. Like the time that's spent on editing, because I edit all the videos myself, I cannot let go of that creative control. And during the pandemic, when we were all cooped up at home, I was able to spend every night, every weekend, all my free time, channel it into my YouTube. Now that the world has opened up, I spend time going out, traveling, go to the gym. I have more of a social life now. So I find it quite hard to keep up the pace of videos that I was doing before. And a lot of you have noticed I've started posting less videos. The fact is I have a lot of content lined up. I have 20 or 30 things filmed. I just haven't edited them. That's my challenge.
Well, maybe after this trip, when you see everyone say hi to you, you might be more encouraged to edit them more. Yeah. So for me, I don't really see myself facing that challenge. Actually, I don't really see my analytics to see how my channel is performing. The only time I do that is when Irene asks me. That's when I share with her, because I don't care about where my channel is going. I don't look at my subscriber count. I just do what I do, and I'm kind of just a nerd, editing my own videos and traveling. But I must say one thing, for those of you who are maybe interested to do content or start getting to YouTube or just curious, YouTube has changed its landscape. It's become very challenging in the last year. They're making you do shorts. If you don't do shorts, your channel is being penalized, so your algorithm goes down. That means that even your subscribers are not going to see your videos on the feed anymore. So we have to work extra hard now as YouTubers, and also our thumbnails have to be more catchy. It has to be more like catfishy. You have to make you click on it. And I don't like that. I prefer in the past where you just like have a picture of you at the plant and people would click on the videos. It's changed a lot. And for better or for worse, it's trying to compete with TikTok, and it's making us creators follow that. But I'm up for the challenge. So I've been on top of it. But
Thank you very much. As you've noticed, they're not